Do you want a new, fresh, goal-oriented look on Notion? If you are stuck, busy, or tired of a tiresome period and you need a way to get back on track, stick around. Welcome back, I'm Alessandro Belli, a researcher and a software developer from the University of Bremen. How is it going? It's been a while I haven't done a video. I had to move in a new apartment, have some job and health updates. I was super busy, but really good now. Meanwhile, I had to post YouTube, but I didn't post Notion because it's the tool that helped me to get the productivity back in my life. How I could get back on track after a tiresome period? Well, I improved the look of my Notion database. When you improve the look of your workspace or of your working experience, it vastly increases the chance of a great working session. Aesthetics and beauty improve the recognition of what is beautiful and what is good to pursue. Usually it's a good behavior to change a part of your home or a part of your room to make it aesthetically really beautiful, and Notion with this lifestyle productivity oriented database is a good place to start. Adaptation is the key. For example, if you need more manual labor, if you need to paint some walls, for example I moved, if you need to go to do some more groceries, if you have this kind of period, you can change your Notion workspace to reflect that kind of period. So you reward yourself, for example, for doing more labor stuff instead of, for example, writing enough or doing other stuff that involves your mind. Give yourself credit for what you're doing in that period, even if it was different for the period before. Life changes a lot, and also you can create a safe place in Notion where you can share your thoughts and revisit them later to understand how you felt and how you improved in that period. Adapting the Notion database helps you to understand what is meaningful in that period in your life. But it doesn't mean that you have to live in rails, like never do something that is not on Notion. No. Notion helps you understand what you do and what is to pursue, but if you feel energetic enough that you want to try something else, of course you can do it. Notion necessarily doesn't have to be a stunning beauty or a super effective database, but that's the actual beauty of Notion. It's absolutely personalized. That's exactly the beauty of Notion. You can do anything with it. In my case, I built something pretty flexible that I can change more or less whenever I want to adapt it to the times I'm living in that moment. If you're watching this video and you happen to still haven't started to use Notion, I would say give it a try and use it as frequently as you can for 1 week. In my opinion, this is one of the few software which is hard to understand but easy to master. That means that as soon as you understand how to use database, then it's easy to personalize them and play with them. This video from Ali Abdal really helped me to understand which steps to do in Notion. It's a bit old, but the basics are still there. I can just tell you that my Notion database evolves around the journal. So every day I compile the daily page, and in that daily page I have a lot of properties that reflects what I should do that day: yoga, meditation, going outside, following the diet, which meals I eat, the tasks I'm doing. But if you want a deep dive in that database, you can check this video and I will show you exactly how it works, and you can find a free template to download in that video and in the description below. In addition to that, you can also find this video where I deep dive in my university work journal, where I show you how I can put my researcher and software developer tasks. You can check that out as well. But what did I add in Notion? What that helped me in this moving period where I had some problems and health issues? I added this database called Bremen, which is a safe space to share my thoughts about anything, because I need to write. My goal was to write as much as I can, mostly notes on books that I read, but I didn't have much time either to read and even less to write notes. So in this way I could anyway write anything And I could also specify my feelings. I think it might be really interesting to go back into the past and check how I felt from that day or maybe that difficult period. Personally, I found out that I write more when I am a bit more sad. I don't know why, but probably because I am a bit down and I don't want to do anything else when I'm sad, so I write. Because when I'm happy or I'm stable, I like to do stuff, so I just don't write my thoughts. In addition to that, I cleaned up some entries. For example, in the task database, I removed some additional text that I didn't use, and I removed some properties that I didn't look at. Why? Because remove visual cluttering helps to use better your tools. In addition to that, I reward myself for manual labor, which I didn't do much before, because this Notion database is centered around the pillars of reading, writing, and doing programming tasks. This time I rewarded myself, for example, for tasks like contact the electricity provider or move furniture from one apartment to another, this kind of stuff, so I could feel rewarded anyway, even though I didn't do the mind tasks, and I thought it was better for my mood. When you're trying to keeping up with hard times, it's really good that you change your task database in Notion or your reward system attached to the tasks, because then it feels more rewarding to do things that usually you didn't do before or you didn't want to reward yourself for. After I changed these properties, I added my brain database where I can write anything. I felt the ball rolling again because I could write my thoughts, I felt more rewarded, and probably serotonin started to pump in my brain, and it worked. That doesn't mean that I was writing every single day everything that was happening, or I was rewarding to get up from my chair. No, I was trying to be selective on my tasks, and also when I say it worked, it means that I slowly started to feel better again, and I got that 1% improvement every day, and it took seriously 1.5 months, and of course not only with Notion the situation got better, I got free up with more tasks, but during that time I could feel way better while using Notion in that way. That being said, if you have hard times, it's also good to rest. It's also good to reinvent yourself or reinvent your task system to actually start rolling again or feel better. So I think the bottom line is do small steps, very small step, one at a time. Show yourself what you want to do and what's your aim for that period, and aim single-mindedly at that. That's how you overcome hard times, and in this case, how I use it with Notion. I hope your projects can go on, I hope you overcome these hard times, and I hope also that you find a good tool as it's Notion for me. I already said if you want to watch this video is about my work journal, this video is about my actual database and how I use it for my lifestyle. Thanks for watching, I hope to see you next time. Bye!